Hi, I'm Patricia Fugèe with Retzel and Andrus. I'm on the board of directors of the ABC. I'm here with Jimmy Parrish with BakerHostetler, also on the board of the ABC. And we're here to talk about Jimmy's experience with being certified. Why was it that you decided to become certified?
Well, for me, as a younger lawyer, I guess it was 6 years ago, I wanted something that would separate me from my peers, something that would maybe get me in the game with some of the gray hairs in town, and that was something that I knew that I could do. I knew that I had the experience, I knew that I had the knowledge. It was just that I needed some other credibility to show, hey look, I'm every bit as talented, as skilled as some of these folks who may be 10, 15, 20 years older than I was. And so to me it was just a way to try to have a little bit more credibility, being a younger bankruptcy practitioner.
And what did you think of the process of becoming certified?
It was a little overwhelming at first because the application is fairly long. Going through the various matters that you've got to list, trying to recall the cases and all the different little whether it's contested matters or adversary proceedings and different types of proceedings that you've been a part of, and exactly what your role was over the course of your career to that point was a little overwhelming at first, but it's a very manageable process, and overall once you get into it, just like anything else that seems that way in the beginning, once you sat down and put pen to paper, it wasn't as difficult as it seemed.
And how was your experience with the exam?
The exam was it was a pretty simple process. The exam itself I didn't think was easy, but when you take the exam, being a practitioner, if you have the experience necessary to apply, the material in the exam should be just like a client walking in the door for you. The exam part itself had some difficult issues on it, but it wasn't anything that someone that would meet our standard should have any difficulty with. The exam location, I think I took it in connection with there was an ABI conference. You come in a day early, you sit down, there was a proctor there. I mean, it was very streamlined, very efficient, and the response time, I think I got back notice fairly quickly, the results from the exam. So it was a fine process.
And do you think certification can help expand a clientele or a practice?
I absolutely do. I mean, I think kind of going back to why I decided to become certified. You got to have something when clients are trying to find a bankruptcy lawyer. They need to know that they need to understand what they're getting. And in today's market, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. And just because someone is at a big firm, and just because somebody seems to have a lot of experience, you don't really know what you're getting. And if you have a bad experience once or twice, then you'll really appreciate that. But if you go to someone who's certified, then you at least have some confidence that that there's certain standards that are absolutely going to be met, and that person's going to understand the law, and is going to understand pretty much whatever issue you have. They're going to have a level of sophistication that you may not have with somebody else.
And do you think the certification also provides an indication that there's a degree of professionalism and ethics in that certified lawyer too?
No question. There's no question about that as well. I think that when you look and you see the lawyers who are certified, you look at the process, I think it absolutely gives you some comfort of what you're getting, absolutely.
And do you have any advice for anyone considering certification?
I would absolutely recommend it. I mean, to me, it's something that's never going to hurt you. It's always going to help you. It opens up a whole new network of people who are like you, who have the same level of sophistication as you, and I think it's a great thing to do, and I think it's a huge boost to your practice if you do it.
All right, thank you very
much.
All right,
thanks.